Thank you so much, Kim, for that. Some great videos, of course, and we've had some pretty devastating videos come from their storms yesterday, too, because, of course, we had another tornado, and that's exactly where we find Kevin on location today. That was the 5th tornado in Ontario so far this season. Today we have the risk of storms pretty much along the 401 right into southeastern Ontario, and that low pressure system is departing. What happens beyond that is that high pressure then takes hold, and it's leaving behind actually a pretty decent weekend ahead. In fact, looking ahead to next week, we see some extreme heat building in. So there's high pressure for the weekend ahead and looking like lots of sun. And the thing with weather is that it always gives us a lot of material for force of nature. Some pretty amazing stuff going on, not only in this country, but around the world too. But let's talk about we want to touch base with Kevin, who is on location after yesterday's storms. Kevin? Pretty alarming stuff. Kasha actually was able to meet up with a resident who saw an experience I'm sure he will never forget. Today we have a risk of storms across southern Ontario, basically right along the 401 corridor, and that system is departing. Behind it, high pressure is settling in. Some indication in the long-range forecast. We'll have the long ranger actually coming up for you in just a few minutes' time, but just to give a preview, some of this heat building in by early next week could be in the high 30 humidexes. So we're looking at very hot, steamy weather heading our way. So high pressure for the weekend. It's actually looking pretty great. The low that we're dealing with is moving off into Atlantic Canada, some showers there, but clearly there is no shortage of active weather, is there, as we just saw in Force of Nature. And yesterday afternoon, Ontario was active once again. Our team is on location today surveying damage from tornadoes. Here's Kasha. And let's take a look at the actual tornado itself. We have some video of what it looked like today, surveying the damage from a different perspective. Kevin?
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, we were talking about the winds, the EF1, and there is where the location was yesterday relative to Lake Simcoe in southern Ontario. So let's take a look at our conditions now. Kevin, map of where we may see some thunderstorms. Really, it's along the 401 corridor for the most part, from London all the way into Brockville and even Montreal, at risk of some storms today. We would be looking at likely non-severe thunderstorms this time round as the system departs. And behind it, high pressure is building in from the north. So certainly looking at an improvement in weather expected with high pressure. And of course, next Tuesday being Canada Day, it looks like the humidity will be building. We could possibly be back into some storms by then. But for the time being, let's enjoy sunshine. Let's enjoy high pressure for the weekend ahead. Thank you so much, Kim. Another active day in southern Ontario yesterday with more tornadoes. This is the 5th. Now, today's thunderstorm risk is across southern Ontario and even up into that New Tecumseh area. But looking at non-severe thunderstorms this time around, it's really the tail end of this low pressure system. As you can see here, we've had some fog earlier to start the day. The system is moving away. We see clearing, and then high pressure takes hold beyond that. The system moves into Atlantic Canada. There it is with the showers moving through. We see high pressure in place really for the better part of the weekend, and the humidity will build significantly in the next week. Look at these humidex readings, 37 by Monday and Tuesday. Could possibly be talking about some weather in this area. So looking ahead to that, Tuesday, of course, being Canada Day. More top 5 lists are found online at theweathernetwork.com in the gallery, and lots of great articles to read there as well. Here on TV, want to show you what's going on with our thunderstorm risk today across southern Ontario, possibly seeing some more storms, although not likely to reach severe limits as the system is really on the tail end. It's departing us, and then high pressure builds in beyond that. It's interesting because as we look ahead to next week, the temperatures will be increasing significantly, but for the weekend ahead, it actually looks very pleasant. Light winds, lots of sunshine. The low pressure system in question today is moving across into Atlantic Canada with the showers, and there's the big blue H taking hold. But by next week, definitely looking at an increase in humidity. Case in point, Toronto, 34, followed by a humidex of 37 on Monday. Tuesday being Canada Day, could be looking at some storms, but at this point looking like scattered showers.